Today we're gonna bake canele, and these are amazing. And if you've never had one before, they have this crusty exterior and this custard inside. It's like a cake and a custard at the same time, and they're super crunchy. They're delicious. And let me show you. See, and the difference between a good canele and this, like the crackle. Oh, this was like crackling, but like there's amazing custard inside, and that's what mine looks like. You're gonna want to watch this recipe because it's amazing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 cup of milk and I'm going to scald it. And that what means is it's going to bring it up to 180 degrees. And I'm going to wait. And you don't need a thermometer for this. It's just, all I want is like little bubbles throughout the edges. Then Katrina's splitting a vanilla bean. And we're going to scrape the inside. That's okay. So just cut it in half. You kind of really have to pierce it through. Split it. And then scrape all that caviar and pop it in your milk. And that's just 1 cup. Also your vanilla bean as well. Oh, so yummy. So floral. Delicious. Okay. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons of rum. And I like using a really dark rum. You can use Bacardi or something like that. This is delicious. Ooh, it's hot. Now you want to add a little bit, and this is the only hard part that we're going to do. And a little bit of the milk. And this is, we're going to temper this. So we're going to bring up the eggs to temperature so they don't cook. I'm going to vigorously whisk this so my eggs don't cook. Now you can add the whole thing. And the vanilla bean as well. Go ahead. Sorry, there we go. And we're going to get all those vanilla beans. You don't want to waste them. Now, we're going to take 1 cup, and this is my recipe. I came up with this. It's really good. We kept trying different ones and I didn't like them. So, we're going to take 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of flour, and gently, actually, whisk this, the sugar, and the flour. And Katrina, you want to add our wet ingredients to my jar, and whisk this until it's nice and smooth. And you want to get rid of all those little lumps. And we're going to cover this and let it sit in the fridge for 12 hours. I know it seems like a long time. That's why canelés are so, they're kind of expensive because it does take a long time. But I usually make my batter at night and bake them in the morning. See? Isn't that amazing? I don't want to be bathed in this. It's so delicious. Okay, so you want to cover it completely because this is this batter is really porous, so it'll absorb all the smells from your fridge. So yeah, make sure you really do that. And look how thick it is. Thick it is. It's pretty thick, and that's what happens overnight. It creates a supple batter, and it makes it so yummy. Okay, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna cover this one. And we're gonna keep going making our canelés. So traditionally, they're usually baked with these copper molds. I didn't have the copper molds. They're really expensive. They're like $25 each. So there's no way we're gonna buy them. These are like about 5. So I only have a few. I saw these online, and I figured might as well buy these and see how they worked. I've never been a fan because they're really flimsy and they don't hold their shape, but I baked a few. I was baking all day yesterday and trying to figure out like a good recipe that these could work. So what I did, I'm going to show you a little trick that I did to make these like a really hard shell on the outside, okay? I'm going to post a link where I got these. These were only $8 and free shipping, so I thought that was a good deal. And it's going to be right underneath my description box, okay? So you want to use softened butter for this. You do not want to use melted, because if you use melted, it goes to the bottom, and then your canelés won't have that little thick edge on the bottom. So you want to do that, you know? So we're going to completely butter them all through the walls. Once we butter them, we're going to stick them in the freezer for like 10 minutes. See? Perfect. Right. Okay, so you want to fill them exactly 1/4 cup full. And so we're gonna pop them in the oven, fill them, and pop them in the oven at 400 degrees, and they're gonna go in for a whole hour. And halfway through, I'm gonna move the tray completely 360. So, and that's it. Oops, 180. Okay, you want to make sure they're evenly spaced out because you want an even distribution of heat. We're gonna stick these at 400, and the reason they bake so high is because you want to form this crust on the outside, and that's why they bake so long. It reminds me of like a crepe batter. It's actually the same thing, but these are amazing. Okay?
Alright.
They're bubbling away. So it's been exactly 1 hour. And they're done. And this is what you want to do. You want to invert them when they're hot. You want to just... You're supposed to come out with it. So it takes a little bit of time, but they do come out. Actually, the one thing that I like about these, they actually come out right away. But the problem is that they're not as crunchy as the ones from your... this is not stainless steel, it's aluminum. Because aluminum is a really good conductor of heat. That's why people use the copper. But these pop out right away. But the problem is that they don't have that crust that we achieve with aluminums. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pop these in the oven for an additional 5 minutes. Don't go overboard. Just these. Forget those. Okay? 5 minutes. Time it, because last night I was talking to Katrina and I totally did so. So don't do that mistake. And they're gonna be really good. Okay? Okay, so these took about 7 minutes in the oven, and that's how we were able to achieve our crust from our silicone molds. These I bought at a restaurant supplier store. As soon as I find them online, I'm gonna be updating my my post and put it in right underneath the description box. So that's how you achieve your really crispy outside. And most restaurants should be doing this because a lot of them use their silicone molds and they don't do this. Try to subscribe, like Mommy says, chef. And thank you.